Welcome, deep divers. Ever wonder about that figure? The anointed one you hear about in prophecies across different cultures.
It's a fascinating and really central idea.
Yeah, and today we're diving into some sources that kind of challenge common ideas about this figure's power, where it came from, how it works, and importantly, what it might mean for you.
Okay.
So our sources start way back at the beginning with the first Adam. He had this, well, threefold role in Eden.
Right, like a blueprint.
Exactly. King, first off, managing Eden, protecting it from, sin. Then prophet, discerning God's will. And crucially, priest.
The priest role is interesting, not just interceding, but dealing with the very source of sin.
Yeah, like sacrificing those sin-causing creatures, the serpent, obviously, to keep sin out entirely. But, well, we know the story. He gave in to the serpent, Satan, and it wasn't just like a personal slip-up. He lost his dominion. His prophetic clarity went foggy, and that priestly power to deal with sin, gone.
So the whole earth falls under this oppressive influence from Satan. Sin gets harder to even see.
Right.
And that initial fall, it immediately throws up this huge question, doesn't it? If humanity lost that much authority, how could it possibly be restored?
It really sets the stage.
Yeah, it almost demands a unique answer, hinting at how a last Adam figure could step into that gap and address those lost roles.
And that's exactly where the last Adam comes in, the Messiah. He arrives anointed with all three, kingship, priesthood, prophethood.
And crucially, he overcomes the beast, as the sources call Satan.
Yes. So as prophet, he shines a light, exposes sin clearly. As high priest, he stands in the gap, interceding for his followers.
And looking ahead, he returns as king to judge Satan finally and bring back that rest the world lost.
But it's not just about him, is it? That's a key point in these sources.
Absolutely not. It's transformative because through him, followers get a share in these powers too.
How so?
Well, you gain prophetic insight, right? To discern sin in your own life. Priestly power lets you approach God, reconciled, repent, and tackle that beast within.
Your own struggles.
Exactly. And even kingly power the authority to stop Satan's influence from ruling your choices, your domain.
Okay, so this is where our sources throw a bit of a curveball. It sparks this core debate. Did the last Adam have to regain dominion after his victory, like winning back lost territory?
Ooh.
Or, and this is the twist, did he always have it, unlike the first Adam, who definitely lost his?
And this distinction is really central to understanding the source's perspective. The view they strongly support is that the last Adam always possessed dominion.
Always? How?
Simple. He never sinned. Because he never sinned, he never became Satan's servant. Therefore, his dominion was never actually lost. He retained those original creation blessings. Be fruitful, multiply, fill the earth, subdue it, have dominion.
Okay. So when the sources talk about redeeming the enterprise, I think the term was onego.
Yes, again.
That's not about him getting back something he lost. It's more like he's buying back the whole original plan, the whole creation project.
Precisely. It's about bringing the first Adam, and by extension, us, into his already existing dominion, allowing us to operate under his authority in his name.
Like he's sharing his throne, not taking back one he was kicked off.
Exactly. And you see evidence of this before the cross, right? Think about him calming the storm. That's an act of dominion.
Good point. Couldn't do that if he didn't have the authority then.
Right. If he had lost it and only got it back later, those kinds of acts wouldn't make sense. He waits patiently to fully exercise that authority for a reason.
Which is?
To complete the work of the first Adam with all of creation, to allow everyone, every being, to fully grasp God's justice and his love, so that when judgment finally comes on Satan, it's seen not just as power, but as, well, an act of love for creation.
Okay. Now, just for contrast, the sources do mention the other idea briefly, don't they?
They do. The alternative claim is that the last Adam did lose authority temporarily, that the first Adam's rights were somehow legally transferred to Satan, and power was only fully regained after the resurrection.
A temporary loss of power.
Yes, but our sources are pretty clear in refuting that. They argue it just doesn't square with the last Adam being inherently sinless and always possessing that divine authority. It was never truly given up.
So that wrapping this up, this deep dive really points to the profound nature of the last Adam's dominion. It wasn't lost and regained. It was eternal, unwavering.
Yeah. The key takeaway is that his authority was never forfeited. It was held fast, revealed patiently, righteously, and then shared. It shows this incredible long-term plan for restoring everything, rooted in justice and ultimately in love.
Which leaves us with a thought, maybe for you to consider. If real authority, true dominion, isn't just about raw power, but it's woven together with justice and love, what might that mean for how you view leadership and influence in your own life?